It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and our focus is on Anthony Brown. You can't ask for much more than his last game, a 5-touchdown effort. It's the Huskies and the Chargers. All that and more coming up next.
It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Huskies of Rio de Janeiro taking on the LA Chargers. Hi, everybody. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Cariocas, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. They'll be led out by someone who has proved doubters wrong his entire career. MVP runner-up a season ago, Jalen Hurts.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance, because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. But the numbers for Gibbs from last week: 20 carries, 86 yards, and a touchdown.
That's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that leads to huge games for him. Other times, he plays a complementary role to someone else. But however it's getting done, they're winning week after week.
4 yards the pickup, first down. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle. 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. And that's caught inside the 30.
Tried to jump back.
Touchdown,
DK Metcalf.
DK Metcalf. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive, he burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they'll be led out by a second-year pro who got 1 start last year as an undrafted free agent from Oregon, Anthony Brown.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, so we'll see if he can keep a string of good games going right here.
Now their 31-year-old running back, Raheem Mostert, and a short pickup to about the 25. The numbers for him from a week ago: A boatload of carries, 113 yards.
How about the first month of the season for him? He leads the league in rushing, so you know his confidence is at an all-time high, which means his offensive line loves it too. They'll get more opportunities to run block for him.
Now Brown off the play fake. Oh, that is incomplete. T. Higgins was the intended target. But now it'll be third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receivers?
He's dissecting us. We need to get to them.
And he's brought down. First catch here for London, and also a first down. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game and victory a week ago. But what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
Now a 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it.
There we go.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Credit the sack to Vita Vea. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to go.
There we go.
This will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break. If this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Brown. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert.
Oh, my God.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away.
I see why they 3-0.
That's taken inside his own 40. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Chargers to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at the 45. And they start things off with a carry by
that was
Gibbs
a good
here.
run.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
Well, we got to get some pressure on him.
A toss out right to Gibbs. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Hurts. And his throw here is incomplete. Drake London, the intended receiver there. 3rd down here. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. But you look at this defense. They were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it online, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
Well, he might be the best kicker the game's ever seen, and we've seen him hit from 66, which is the all-time record. But anything 60-plus, that's a very low percentage kick. Don't tell him. He doesn't believe it. But this one winds up no good.
Well, this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Back to throw. Brown. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And it'll be intercepted.
With the flag, it's a flag.
Gilmore. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. Gibbs straight ahead. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone cracking the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Let's go.
Well, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Vita Vea, now 2 sacks for him already here in this 1st quarter of play.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Here's Hurts to throw. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Speedster Raheem Mostert and the rest of this offense out to start the drive. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team.
Let's go.
Right? And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Better than a 30 3-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And the throw here caught by Devontae Parker. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The offense already on the field here to begin quarter number 2. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Brown, he lost the football.
Oh my God.
Picked up by the Chargers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in the meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
Let's go.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. The offense on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 16. They're going to look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
Let's go.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
The team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Let's go like that.
Leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Now that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Let's go.
Is Robinson. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result,
touchdown! Logan Thomas from 4 yards out. And the Huskies are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was capped off by the Logan Thomas touchdown catch. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. They go play action with Hurts. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
But certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
Still to him again to the other side.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
There we go.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Hustling through to break that play up, Max Crosby.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped the runner for a loss.
There you go.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Working in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Killing ourselves right now.
On the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So the face mask moves him closer, and now 1st and goal.
Here we go.
He's scooped up by the defense. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Now the Rio offense set to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space.
Here's your shot. Here's your shot.
Results there.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Brown. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taking it about the 36. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
And he's brought down. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. On the give, here's Gibbs. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Second down, and they go back to
Here he goes.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. From the gun, it's Hurts. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Speedster Raheem Mostert and the rest of this offense out to start the drive. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays.
Oh, come on, you got to hold on to that.
That's your horse. You know, Secretary lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. So the incompletion, and now it's second and again from the 25-yard line. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Taken from just outside the 30. Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the second quarter. And they're going to speed things up here. Second down, here's Hurts. To the sideline, and that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Hurts throw completed in the hands of Schultz here.
Plays like this.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Oh, my God. How'd you let
Chargers.
what's the point of it?
Juju Smith-Schuster from 19 yards away. And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Tucker now for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's capped off by the touchdown from Juju Smith-Schuster. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Speedster Raheem Mostert and the rest of this offense out to start the drive. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers.
Oh my God.
Struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Bois Callahan. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On first down, Hurts.
Come on, you're supposed to pull that down.
Trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be second down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That's going to be caught. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Play action. Here's Hurts. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. And he'll just get rid of it.
All right, Captain. It's batting down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as we say goodbye to September and take a look around the NFL here on this first day of October. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago, where it was the visiting Broncos who were able to come in and get the road victory. Aaron Rodgers, excellent in the victory as his guys moved to 3-1 after 4 games. From there, we head south to Texas to check on the Cowboys at home at AT&T Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting New England Patriots. Justin Herbert with 2 touchdown passes.
Only 60 targets, man.
Finally, let's get to Silicon Valley to check on the 49ers at home at Levi Stadium. And this one going the visitors' way as the Cardinals have the lead in that one. Rashad Bateman, a touchdown reception. The Eagles got a solid first half from last year's MVP runner-up, Jalen Hurts. His 2 touchdown passes helped pave the way for his guys to take this lead into the intermission.
These are the Eagles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the 3rd quarter. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. This offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. Brown. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, if they have any designs of getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a fourth down.
This is taken at 23. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. That's the #2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be #2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be #1.
This pass is caught by London. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Hand off now to Gibbs. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Tackle on that play by Quentin Williams. Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts to the right side and complete to Metcalf.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Boy, a tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this 1st down.
Here we go.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On is the Chargers punter now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards of punt so far as this one's away. It's taken to the 26. A good head down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. Now the Rio offense set to take over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Here we go.
That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Brown throwing on 1st down. And this is incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it
No
free.
face mask.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Right in this place, you can't punt it.
They'll try it now with Mostert.
Here we go.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Short throw to the tight end Thomas. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A run with Mostert up
Here
the
we
middle.
go.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 46 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
Here we go.
Well, you hate that defensively. They had him pretty well corralled, but the face mask, that obviously changes things.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating because you feel like you did everything right. You had him stop, but the hand gets up just a little too high, and the natural inclination is to hold on, and that's going to get called every time.
Back to throw. Brown. Did he get the
touchdown? There you go.
Yes. Touchdown. Allen Robinson from 4 yards out. And the Huskies are back within a score. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
At the 25-yard line.
Now run by Gibbs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is
come
going to
on.
have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Here comes 3rd and about a foot. Gibbs will try and pick it up.
Nope.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits it 4 and continues the end zone. It's a touchback. Well, the Rio offense about to set up shop once again. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Operating from the gun. Brown. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete.
You got to be more careful with the football.
Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Brown.
Here we go.
Open receiver here. Complete. It's Parker. And they rattle off a big one. 45 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now a give to Mostert running right. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. A strong running. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 2nd and 15. Once again, it's Mostert. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. L.A. readies for its next possession. 4th quarter, they cling to a 3-point lead after the field goal a moment ago. And it's certainly a very critical drive with still a good chunk of time remaining. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Hurts sets up to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it away.
Here we go.
And Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. On is the Chargers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. The Rio offense about to set up shop once again. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Here's A.J. Cole now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Fielded just inside the 30. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs.
We got to tackle.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 62 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard.
Here we go.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. Quentin Williams able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Throwing is Hurts. That's taken in by his big tight end. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. Counter play. Here's Gibbs.
Are we doing some blitzes?
Blown up quickly.
Cover.
As he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
They will face a 2nd and 9 now following the penalty. Here's a give to Bigsby. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. So there the defense denies the rookie of his potential first career touchdown.
And his first NFL touchdown celebration. I wonder if he's thought about it, if he has something cooked up in his head as he worked out with his team, and think about the celebration back home when he finally scores his first touchdown.
You don't get a second chance to make a first impression. We'll see what he does.
Well said, sir. Well said. Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll try and run for it.
Here you go.
He's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And as a result, possession switches hands. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on fourth down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First, on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
Here's Brown on first down. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused.
Come on, you got to hold on to the ball.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense on third down today, it has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Nice third down conversion at even 20 yards.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll look to throw again. That one complete to Parker. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, this offense hasn't been at their best here. They've made some mistakes. They've been frustrated. They've been largely shut down. But then you look up and say, wait a second. This is a one-score game. So they're still very much in this. And they're on the move here with a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Oh, you got to hold on to the ball.
Second down, but this one is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the
down so
drawing
we
board.
get the field goal.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now Brown already lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on him.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning.
Here we
now
go.
Throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. The offense back out on the field here following the 2-minute warning. The offense back out there at the line ready for their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10.
Hold on to the ball.
But this pass is going to wind up incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. They'll look to throw.
Here we go.
And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
What a time to come up with a play like that. They're now in field goal range. But the opportunity is also there to try and win the game outright.
Ball security.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. He's back to throw.
Okay,
and this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Back to throw.
All right, take the field goal. Take the field goal.
Missed him, and it's incomplete.
That one's going to hurt big time because it's a one-score game, and they certainly thought with that throw they were getting a difference-making score right there.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So a big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick here is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds.
Let's go.
So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. His throw incomplete. 4 quarters not enough for all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And we will not see a return to start overtime. It'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Chargers getting set to go. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
Oh, my God.
Oh, nice move. There he goes, right side. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40.
Why is he blitzing so much?
It's a gain of 35. There was a great article in the paper yesterday about how he likes to run angry. Plays like that, you can feel it, can't you?
As long as he doesn't drive angry, we're okay. Because when he's on the field, that anger works for him. It fuels him, it powers him, and the end result runs like that.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Got London on a slant.
Oh, my God.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good
He's not
gain
doing
of
any
9
kind
on
of
1st
coverage.
down.
He's doing all blitzes.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Hurts. A quick throw there is incomplete.
But that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Hurts.
Let's go.
Quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on third down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
They're going on fourth down with Hurts. That is caught. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they wind up getting 4 there on 4th and 1. Read option. This is Gibbs.
Nice.
And this is picked up by the defense. And his guys will take over at
Push
the
it out. Let's go, baby.
25-yard line. And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now. Oh, and it's
Oh, my God.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. A good move. And they will be set up now as he brings
This
us
game.
all the way back inside the 20. This defense making a huge play with that interception on the second drive of overtime. So, Charles, there will be a third drive of overtime. And remember, again, a field goal wins it.
And right now, the kicker is thinking hero in his head. But when it actually happens, if it does happen, he's got to go back and congratulate the man who got the interception and set them up.
So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And this home crowd is in a frenzy as their guys have pulled it out of the end. And that one will go down in the books as just a one-play drive and then 3 points tacked on to the end of it. Well, partner, you and I were excited for this one today, and certainly had its moments. Some good execution at times by both of these offenses. Defenses both made some plays as well. And always a joy to be up here in the booth next to you, my friend.
Yeah, it's a privilege to be up here in the booth next to you as well. Thanks for taking the time.
Did what you tried. You tried, but let's turn over with the coffee. Try that best. fell in second place.
It's week 5 of the National Football League, and our focus is on Darius Williams. He stayed active a week ago with an 8-tackle performance. It's the Packers and the Huskies on Monday Night Prime Time.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us in South America in the vibrant, colorful Brazilian beachside city of Rio de Janeiro. Tonight we will wind up week 5 with a good battle, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Huskies of Rio de Janeiro. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rio de Janeiro team. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by the veteran in his 10th NFL campaign, Jimmy Garoppolo.
Let's try to get that win back.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Jimmy going to look to throw it on the first play. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And here, Charles, is a look at the inactive, some of the guys that are out today due to injury.
Yeah, and this is where the preseason work comes into play for some of those backups. It's not just them getting some experience on the field, but preparing.
Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for the team's first sack of the game. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're on offense and you saw that on tape, you got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Fielded at about the 28. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year in the NFL now.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. But if he just cleans that up a little bit,
oh, come
there's
on.
a reason for optimism with this team.
He went through another pick. Clean that
There's
up.
a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Now their 31-year-old running back, Raheem Mostert. And the defense closes quickly there, and he'll get maybe a yard to the 33. And they'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Brown. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way you wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. Greg Dortch back deep. This will be fielded at the 17. Now a hit and a loose football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it, and they will take over
Let's go.
at the 26-yard line. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we drop. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
Well, the numbers for Mostert a week ago, 19 carries, 66 yards.
How about the first month of the season for him? He leads the league in rushing, so you know his confidence is at an all-time high, which means his offensive line loves it too. They'll get more opportunities to run block for him.
Brown now looking to throw on 2nd down.
Brown, what is he
and his
throwing?
throw is incomplete.
First
Those
3 weeks he
defense
was
for the
balling. Now
Packers,
he's
they
just like,
certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Elliott is good, and that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they'll get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity.
You gotta
Nothing
get to,
big
you gotta
happened.
get to Garoppolo.
But then
more.
again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Oh my God.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 35 yards the gain there. Another first down as well.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And Walker once more. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Kenneth Walker, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
Let's go.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Finish.
And how about that return? As he's all the way inside the 20-yard line.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
Well, the Rio offense about to set up shop once again. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Now Brown on 1st and 10. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. To the right side and complete to Thomas. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. The kick by Elliott is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had when he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for them.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. Back to Walker on 1st down.
Go.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8. A give up the middle to Gibson. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. But you look at this defense. It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
That was a nice play right there, but overall this season, it's been an absolute disaster. A total lack of communication on the back end. They need a leader who can put this team, this unit, on his shoulder pads and carry them to the right spots. Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
And showcasing those strong legs on that run, getting through 1 tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there. From the 41, here's 2nd down and 2. Now Garoppolo.
Here we go.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
There you go.
And they got to him again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
That's 3 sacks now. That's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Here's Tommy Townsend now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is taken at the 15.
There you go.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Well, the Rio offense about to set up shop once again. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Off play action. Brown. Short throw there, caught by Thomas. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Brown throwing on first down.
Oh, come on, you got to pull that down.
Incomplete. I mean, look at this Packers defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Hold on to the ball.
It's incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. The pressure
put
from
that on the
multiple
quarterback.
guys
The
there
wide
as they
receiver
bury
won't catch
him
the
for
ball.
a big 9-yard loss. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, I certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 46 yards.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out.
Good thing I'm getting the corners. What's up, Godfrey? How are you?
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Garoppolo now. Again to Calvin Ridley, and he's got it once more. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Man open left side is Brown. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Kind of late night.
Garoppolo. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's
For me, that would
all
be
they
6
preach,
in the morning.
all game long,
Yes.
all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little game.
I went to bed at like 2 o'clock. I
Solid
mean,
run
4
on
o'clock.
first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
I went to bed about 1 o'clock.
Good enough for the first down. Operating from the gun, Brown. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
What do you mean?
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with, some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting at 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are
Oh
trailing.
my God, he cannot complete a pass.
Meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm gonna have to rein him in.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, not good. 0
Honeymoon
for 4
period's
thus
over.
far. This is 3rd and 10. Packer pressure, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working.
Yeah, I usually go to bed about 4.
He doesn't like to just
4 or
tote the
5
rock.
a.m. every day.
He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And this will be a Packers 1st down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. They work now on 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. This is
Oh my goodness.
Brown. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Walker now on 1st and 10, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. This is 3rd and 1.
You would have
Very
to,
likely 4-down territory, even if they
Be more
don't get
specific
it,
what
though.
you mean. I live in New York City, so
He's
there's
got his
always
target,
something
and it's
going
complete.
on.
And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
So back them up.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
And I like the idea.
Pretty much everything open. Everything here closes like 3 a.m.
3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Yeah.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
A lot of our stores here are open
just
24 hours a day.
inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. 2nd down and 8. There's Garoppolo to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Wandale Robinson, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up
Like, for example, like a restaurant, just probably one that you would probably know, like Applebee's or TGI Fridays. They close at like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning.
He's got this complete to Ridley. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. A gain of 8 there on the play. It'll be 4th down.
I don't know if you want to. I don't know if you want to.
And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's
rough.
number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Speedster Raheem Mostert and the rest of this offense out to start the drive. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try to mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun. Brown.
Okay, good throw.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
You needed 3 passes in
because
2
what I'm
quarters.
seeing
That's
is a
crazy.
passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well. So give some credit to the defense.
Now Brown only lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And they're going to set up shop
Oh
at
my
the 27-yard line. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after it.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Like the bars here, they close at like
3rd and long.
when the sun is coming up.
Now Garoppolo lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance in the final 2 minutes of the half.
My quarterback, I don't know what happened. He was balling the first 3 weeks, and now he's just like, oh.
Well, offensively lucky they're
He
able to keep
don't
the
think
football.
he don't believe that his job is in jeopardy
so they'll
anymore.
have to boot it away.
I got another thing
I
coming
do
for
think,
him.
though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Speedster Raheem Mostert and the rest of this offense out to start the drive. Now, I'm not going to say you completely abandon the passing game, but it would really behoove them to get this running game going more.
That's the identity most teams are seeking. Able to establish themselves, control the game by running it, have to touch it multiple times in order to have success in this game.
And as we say, yeah, that's right. As we say all the time, that sets up the passing game. I feel like a broken record with that.
Listen, we could be broken records all we want. Bottom line is, lather up that big horse and let him run.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. His throw in.
You can't hold him to the ball to save their life.
Did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Here's Brown on third down. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Literally, when he had the wide receiver open,
on this drive.
he
Like
can't get it to him. But now,
right now, I know a lot of fans are screaming for
hits
the
them,
OC
they
to
drop
change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been
I'm
called.
catching the insult on both ends.
A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Garoppolo on first down. This one left side caught by Gibson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. This will be caught by Brown. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Patrick Mahomes, terrific in the victory, as his guys upped their mark to 4-1 now. From there, we're off to check out another game, and they were winners in that one over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Christian McCaffrey, a touchdown run in the victory. Lastly, let's check in on our nation's capital to see what's happening with the Washington Commanders at home at FedEx Field. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Chicago Bears. Rashee Rice, a touchdown catch in the victory. It was a strong first half for the former Spartan, Kenneth Walker. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Well, out of the locker rooms, here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went in at the half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Off the play fake. Brown. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one a first down pickup of 8.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendencies.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Brown now throwing on 3rd and long. The throw right side here going to be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And his throw is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. And now, how about this? The free kick from the 20 going to be out of bounds, and that, of course, is a penalty. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
Face mask. Defense.
That's a big letdown defensively. They had him stop behind the line, but the face mask going to bail the offense out.
And the hand does not have to be up there for too long. Just a little bit of a grab is going to be enough to get the call and the 15 yards against them.
Now a give to Mostert running right, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Holding. Offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a bit. A run with Mostert up the middle. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Second down, here's Mostert again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd and long. Brown. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. The kick by Elliott is good. And they jump out in front here. It's 11-10. So add 3, all told, after the safety, it's a 5-point swing, and that could have turned out much worse.
Well, you don't want to say no harm, no foul, but I do believe you're right. A 9-point swing hurts. 5 points, much more manageable, especially in a tight game like this.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll be looking to correct course here. They had the safety turned in against them last time they had the ball. That was followed by the field goal. So they'll operate from behind now as they start 1st and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. To throw is Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Rio offense set to take over. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. They hand it off to Mostert, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Mostert, and he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Once again, it's Mostert. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Now this throw caught left side. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 39. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown
to this point, and what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 48 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. On first down, they go with Mostert again. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell. Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. Operating from the gun, Brown able to find Higgins. That'll give him 8 that time. And now 1 yard to go on third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On third down, here comes Mostert. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eating up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Allen Robinson. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Huskies will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Packers ready to take over offensively. The last series for them a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. On first down, Garoppolo. Zach Ertz has it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The offense on third down, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Again, it's Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. So the completion good for just 3. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. McPherson's kick is good, and that'll get the lead down to 5. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Now the Rio offense set to take over. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone knows that a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert to about the 35, second down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Brown from the gun on third down. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. A gain of 8 and a first down.
And that pickup on the first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
First down run there by Mostert, but it won't accomplish much. In fact, officially, he'll only get back to the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And it'll be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Operating from the gun, Brown. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. Then he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. It doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases.
Matt LaFleur loudly voicing his objections to that previous call. He's going to throw out the red challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Brown. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this up. Mostert is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. Off play action. Brown. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call.
Offense.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal, pushes him back big time. And now you'd figure the field goal team coming on 4th.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game. And
he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So Jimmy Garoppolo and the offense down 21-13, a little under 2.5 to go. They'll have 2 timeouts and, of course, also the 2-minute warning as they go to work on 1st down. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown of the 2-point conversion. Field goals aren't going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started, nice gain, got some momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Garoppolo's throw pulled in by Robinson here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Nice, well-coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Garoppolo to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Wan'Dale Robinson from 17 yards out. And the Packers have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
The touchdown is huge, but the focus now is on the 2-point play. I don't want to say they have a cushion here, but if they don't get it, they still have a chance for onside kick.
Yeah, they would need some big-time help, but you're right. There would be a shot, but the focus right now on that 2-point conversion. Now Garoppolo. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. Huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job one was taken care of. The 2-point conversion to get this thing tied.
What a way to wrap up the week in the NFL. All tied on this Monday night as the kick is away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now the Rio offense set to take over. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? What does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get?
My bad, I downloaded the game that you was telling
They know what the goal is. Now,
let's go.
Inside the 20. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet.
Where has this guy been all game long?
Elliott on for the extra point.
It's a small game. It only took like,
That makes it
10
a
minutes.
28-21 game. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll put it out to the 25. So the focus shifts back to the Packers offense. Trailing by a touchdown. 35 seconds to go. To throw is Garoppolo. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Back to throw. Garoppolo. This is Robinson. And he will get a good amount of yardage back on second down, but the clock still runs. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical third down here. Back to throw. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time, because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Let's go.
It's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. A fourth down, they felt compelled to go for it, and he throws the INT.
Yeah, he knows that you can't take a sack there, so he had to try and force one in. Now, this might not be a throw he makes if we're in the second quarter, but he had to take the chance there, and this one wound up being intercepted.
Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call.
False start. Get out of here.
Maybe he was going to be involved in that play from his tight end spot, and he jumped.
Yeah, don't tell me that those guys don't like to block. That's what we say about them nowadays in the NFL. But I think he thought he was one of the key pieces in that play and wanted to get out and execute the assignment very fast.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Rio, they
Oh, let's go. He got his star development. Let's go. Okay. But he's that elite and he could go in the 3rd round. This might be my quarterback of the future. If I can get him. All elite except for all elite. That's what you like? You like your David Poole? David Poole looks nice, right? And the 3rd round, he's a 3rd round prospect. Yeah, he's a 3rd round prospect. And he has a potential to be all elite in everything. He plays every snap. He's great under pressure. He's great under pressure. He has the deep ball pressure, so I like that. I like this. This might be my quarterback. Might be my The only thing I don't like is his throwing motion. But if you got a line to protect him, that won't matter. He's not looking too bad either. He got a quick release. Only thing I don't like is he gets happy feet. But he throws the ball away. He's good inside the pocket. He's everything the other guy is, except for he's good at most. He's not running anymore. But his accuracy perfect and his under pressure is perfect. Yeah, all elite. So I think I got my quarterback. I think I'm gonna go with Poole though. The price is right. The stats are right. That's a rookie. I got a Mustang. That's a rookie. So I have to play my cards right. I have to watch him. Watch how the draft is going. All right, so I'm gonna leave it here. I want to say thank you, and I appreciate you, Godfrey, for coming through, chatting, keeping the chat moving. Give you a shout out. I want to. Oh, I was about to shout myself out. You see that? I'm gonna start doing that too, just for this stream. I'm gonna do that. I appreciate you coming through, keeping the chat moving. I appreciate all the lurkers, anyone watching on Twitch and on YouTube. I appreciate you as well. I should be back in a little bit. I'm gonna take a break, eat some lunch / breakfast. Godfrey, I'm gonna hit you up on PSN. We can run that for a little bit. And oh, wait, let me shout myself out just to see what happens. But I will catch you all in the next one.